So, you've decided to tackle the UGC Net History exam. That's awesome. You download the syllabus, you open it up, and bam, you're hit with this massive document. It feels less like a guide and more like, I don't know, an ancient epic, right?
You see words like these just flying at you. Your eyes just glaze over. It's this wall of text, a total barrage of information. And honestly, it feels like you're drowning before you've even dipped a toe in the water.
Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. Well, you're in exactly the right place. Because here's the secret. Conquering this thing isn't about memorizing every single word. Nope. It's about cracking its code, understanding its hidden structure. So where do we even start?
Okay, first things first, we're going to completely change how you look at this thing. Think of it less like a list and more like a map.
This is the first big aha moment. Just forget about the 10 units for a second. Seriously. Instead, look at units 1 through 9 as a single story, a big, epic story told in 3 parts. And here's how that story breaks down. Simple. Part 1, Ancient India. That's your first 3 units. Part 2, Medieval India, the next 3. And finally, Part 3, Modern India, covering units 7, 8, and 9. See? All of a sudden, that intimidating beast of a syllabus, it starts to look a whole lot less scary, doesn't it? You can literally see it as one continuous timeline. In the ancient period, you're tracing this amazing journey from the Indus Valley all the way to the Guptas. Then, boom, you're in the medieval era, watching the rise of the Sultanate, the grandeur of the Mughals, and these powerful regional kingdoms. And finally, you land in the modern period, getting into the nitty-gritty of British rule, the colonial economy, and the birth of an independent India. It's all connected. It's one single epic narrative. All right, so that's 9 units down. But what about that last one, that kind of mysterious unit 10? Well, that's not just some random topic tacked on at the end. Oh no, it's the secret weapon. It's the key that unlocks everything else. This is where it all comes together, I promise you. Unit 10, the one on historical method and historiography, is without a doubt the most important unit in the entire syllabus. Why? Because it doesn't just teach you what happened, it teaches you how to think like a historian. It gives you the actual toolkit you need to break down everything in those first 9 units. And that brings us to this big, fancy word, historiography. But don't let it scare you. All it means is studying how history gets written. It's not about memorizing dates. It's about asking the juicy questions. Who wrote this account? Why did they write it? What were they trying to achieve? What's their bias? Suddenly, you're not a student anymore. You're a detective. For instance, this toolkit helps you tell the difference between a primary source and a secondary one. Think of a primary source as the raw evidence from the crime scene, an ancient inscription, a coin, an official decree from a king. A secondary source? That's the expert analysis, the book or article a modern historian writes about that evidence. Knowing the difference is absolutely fundamental. It's game-changing. This unit also lays out the rules of the game for being a historian. How to spot when a source is biased, how to figure out what caused what, how to build a solid argument of your own, and, really importantly, how to be honest in your work. These aren't just boring academic rules. They're the core skills of any sharp, critical thinker. Okay, so now we have our map, the 3 eras, and we have our historian's toolkit from Unit 10. So let's go back. Let's face that scary wall of words from the beginning. That word Varnashrama? It's not just a random term anymore, is it? Now you can place it right where it belongs, in ancient India. You see it as the very blueprint for society, a key concept that helps you unlock how that entire world was structured. Same with Ikta. Before, it was just another word to cram. Now, you see it as the engine driving the whole Delhi Sultanate in the medieval period. It's the system that funded their armies, the way they controlled their land. It's not a word, it's a mechanism. And then there's Satyagraha. It's not just a definition. It's the beating heart of the Indian national movement in the modern era. It's this powerful, world-changing idea of resistance that literally altered the course of history. You see how this works? Every one of these terms is like a key that opens a door into a specific time and place. So let's pull all these threads together. What's the real point of this whole syllabus? What are they really asking you to do? Well, believe it or not, the syllabus tells you itself right there in the text. The goal isn't just about stuffing your head with facts. It's about comprehension. It's practically begging you to see the connections, to understand the narrative, to get the big picture of India's story.
Look, if you take away one thing, let it be this. This syllabus is not a mountain of facts you have to conquer. It's not. It's a training manual. It's designed to turn you into a historical detective. It's giving you the map, the toolkit, and the special vocabulary you need to go out and investigate the past for yourself.
At the end of the day, this is so much bigger than just passing an exam. It's an invitation to learn how to think in a whole new way, to see the world with a more critical, a more curious eye. The syllabus isn't your enemy, it's your first case file. So the only question left is, are you ready to accept the case?